Morning, Chrissy.
Morning, Lemmy.
Lemmy. Good week for the team again. First 2-year-old winner for the season. I know you don't like pressing on, but Brazen Bow, impressive yesterday, and 2 winners on Saturday. Janoob, he's certainly returned in really good form, and the promising filly Oasa.
No, it's been a good week, Liam. As you say, the 2-year-old won really well yesterday. And first preparation too, so he's got there pretty much on his own and looks to have a lot of natural ability. That gives us a good benchmark on our horses. Obviously he's a promising type, but there's a few more there as his next door neighbours that go pretty good as well.
And Janoob, a perfect example of a horse that's just taken time to acclimatise.
Yeah, very much so. First preparation was fair. From memory, ran a second. Randwick second at Caulfield, but the way he won on Saturday was quite explosive, so that was great to see.
And the filly Oasa makes it 2 in a row this preparation, repaying the Capitas family's patience with her.
Did a very good job, and yeah, Debbie and the family have been great, giving her some time, and clearly she's a quality filly with a bright future ahead.
Let's jump straight into the weekend's racing. We'll go to Friday night at Moonee Valley. Thubian, 3,000 metres around the valley.
Yeah, he'll need it. His form's been a bit disappointing, and want him to show us something on Friday night. I think his future will be over jumping, and wouldn't be afraid to try him, providing the owners agree.
Straight to Melbourne, we'll stay there. Saturday, Group 1 day, 2 in the feature race, the Group 1 All Stakes. Forteller and Hawkspur both drawn well.
Yeah, they have, which will help them because they'll probably be a little bit one pace this preparation, or the start of the preparation. I think the Melbourne Cup distance of 2 miles just tends to take a bit of speed out of horses for whatever reason, but we've purposely tried to account for that and hope that they are sharp enough. They've both trialled well in Sydney and had a quiet jump out last Friday in Melbourne, so they should be fit enough, providing they can keep up over that trip, and we know they'll both be very strong late. It's a good start to the preparation for them.
Caulfield bodes a record for Forteller.
Yeah, tell me about it, Len.
He's
won a couple of races there, I know. He won the St George and he won the
David Jones Cup.
Yeah, on Caulfield Cup Day, 2000 and 1800.
Oasa, the great grey mare, she heads down 1,200 metres on Saturday. What's she down there for?
Stay away from Catkins and Red Tracer, plus to fly her own flag. We have got 3 really nice filly or mares there, and to keep them separated it's not easy. So I thought by sending her down there, because she was the most forward, firstly she's won left-handed, and I thought it would give her a chance to run in the Newmarket in 3 or 4 weeks' time up the straight, obviously at Flemington. So that was the reason for that, and obviously it's a race that suits. Barrier 4, Brenton Abdullah's down there riding for the weekend, and looks well placed.
Newmarket handicap, haven't won one of those?
Can't remember doing it anyway, not yet. Bucket list.
Saturday, Royal Randwick Expressway Stakes Day. We've had it at several different venues over the past few years. We go to Randwick this year.
Why do they do that, Len?
I don't know. I think Randwick was actually the original Expressway Stakes, and they moved it to Rosehill, and they just threw it out to Warwick Farm last year and sent the post back to Randwick. But straight to the first race, another 2-year-old Country Warrior.
Well, it's going to be...
why are you laughing?
It's going to be up... I can just see you laughing, that's why I'm laughing. I can see Law being a very dominant favourite, and it's a very good horse, the winner of the Breeders, and obviously got a lot of class. So it's only a field of 5 runners, and Country Warrior goes fairly well. So yeah, he'll keep Law honest if that is possible for a first starter. But yeah, just a nice starting point for him, and good prize money. 85,000 plus your Bob's bonuses, etc. So great starting point for owners.
Race 2, 2,400 metre event under the 1 runner, pentometer, 54.5 kilos, Tommy Berry.
He's a really nice horse, but gee, he's soft. or immature, and I think he's still 6 months away. So it's 4 weeks between runs. He's had a trial in between, and the distance suits, good jockey, good barrier, so it's a lot to like about him. And I think next preparation he'll be winning these races easily, but last start just concerned me a touch, so he needs to bounce back from that.
Race 3, the 3-year-old event over the mile, Villanova and Hot Albert. Hot Albert comes into this off the back of 2 wins, and Villanova's form's been a touch disappointing.
Yeah, 2 totally different horses. Hot Albert took a long time to win a race, then he won his maiden impressively, and then to back it up last start, his win was equally as good, if not better, from last at Canterbury. So he's full of confidence. The other horse, Villanova, has got all the ability, yet no confidence. So keen to try Villanova over Shorter, but haven't been able to find the right races. So he's here again at the mile. Might just ride him a touch quieter on Saturday.
Race 4, 1200 metre benchmark 80, Rastro. T-Berry, barrier 6.
Yeah, he's been mixing his form. We know he's capable on his day, and he drops back to 1200, but he is fresh. But realistically, probably a better May, June, July horse when it's a bit of cut in the ground. So we'll see how he goes Saturday. He's up to it, but just whether he's up to them at this time of year is another story.
The main race on the card, the Group 2 Expressway Stakes, Way for Age, 3 runners. We'll start first with Bayman.
He's come back really well the last 2 weeks in particular. He's thrived, and it's one of those probably 5%ers that don't do well in the paddock, and fortunately we brought him in pretty early. He didn't get a big spell between Melbourne and Sydney, so I think it's worked out well because he's absolutely thriving now. It'll be an interesting race. Rain of Fair tends to break horses' hearts, and I think he breaks his own heart sometimes as well. So it'll be interesting to see the tactics on him. And obviously the pace will suit if our horse is fit enough. So it'll be an interesting race. Obviously he's won 5 in a row, but there's no pressure from my corner. I just want to see him resume, run a nice race, and be gearing up for some big races later, end of the carnival. Obviously the Queen Elizabeth is a race we're targeting with him to see if he gets to 2,000 metres.
Moriarty resumes over 1200 metres. He's certainly my horse to watch for the carnival. Adam Hieronymus.
Yeah, well, Adam's a good rider, and he's getting plenty of opportunities of late, but he's just filling the gap while most of the riders are out of town. Or
That'd give him confidence.
He's alright, he's getting there. Jockeys don't mature into their 30s, Liam, so he's well on his way. He's going great, doing a good job. I reckon he won on Madam Nash one day too.
He did.
So Moriarty's come back great. I think he's a horse to watch. We've got to be a little bit careful because he was our Metropolitan horse last preparation and only ran 4th or 5th from memory. But I reckon he was 1 run behind all the way there. So hence the reason for a 1200 metre race on Saturday. 1400 in 2 weeks. Mile 2 weeks after that. And then, Liam, what's after that?
Just don't get me too excited. But he did go to every dance in the spring.
Yeah, he did. Ran 3rd in the McKinnon at his final start. So that indicated his class, and it's been set for the Randwick and 4th up from
Good horse won the Randwick last year too.
Yeah, he did.
Sizzling resumes for you, or under your tutelage, Chris. Obviously had an excellent grounding with Kelso Wood. Wouldn't say grounding, he's done a marvellous job with the horse, but obviously great to get a horse of this calibre and start him off in Sydney.
Yeah, and he came to us in great shape, so it's a credit to Kelso for what he's done. Horse is a lovely horse to work with, and probably a touch on the big side for Saturday, but we've done that purposely to keep him big and strong, and hopefully there's a Group 1 coming his way at his next few starts, so just to get him off the ground on Saturday with a nice run would be perfect, because he'll certainly improve immensely on that.
Interesting race, the 7th, the Eat Ability Handicap. I'd have plenty of ability in that stake. 1600 metres, Bay Rear, 61.
You'd be the second favourite.
Behind Big Richie.
Oh, you shouldn't say that.
Bay Rear, barrier 10, 61 kilos, but he does have the power of Nash.
Yeah, it's a tough weight. He's going really well. and weight stops train, so it's not an overly big horse, so he will feel it, but he's an important horse to us, heading towards some good races, and we need to get good feedback, hence the reason why Nash is aboard.
And the last on the card, gifts.com.au handicap over 1300 for the fillies and mares. Christy Lee gets the good draw on Saturday.
Yeah, she's a tricky horse, but Hugh Bowman gets the best out of her more often than not, so let's hope she gets a bit of luck on Saturday, because form probably should read a little bit better in terms of wins, but she's going well, working great.
Plenty of trials on Tuesday, around the 34 mark I think, but the three mares, Red Tracer, Catkins and She's Clean, all trialled really well.
They did.
Any confusion on where they resume? Three mares going on a similar path?
Trying to keep them apart too, and this is how I reckon it'll unfold. I reckon Catkins will race next Saturday in the Breeders. The week later, She's Clean will race in the Trisco, and a week later, Red Tracer will run in the Millie Fox. Yeah, I'm looking forward to our fillies and mares this preparation, or this carnival. I think we'll have a good one.
Your first Group 1 winning mare, Royal Descent, not many people may know that.
No, I kept that quiet, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's come back really good, and in good shape for some nice races. She might even run in the Millie Fox first up as well. She'll be Cornwall second up. Then on to possibly the Doncaster and maybe the Queen Elizabeth. So pretty light autumn for her, and we'll keep it to the shorter distances and then attack in the spring over the longer distances again, which is a little bit bigger and stronger.
You're a bloke that's pulse is usually flatlining. It's sort of, you're hard to get it too excitable, but surely you must bounce out of bed with a bit of a spring in your step at this time of year coming into the autumn.
It's different sort of a feeling. It's you actually look forward to.
You don't get excited, do you?
I get disappointed. I get really disappointed if something goes wrong with a horse or it misses out for connections. I feel just as disappointed. So that's the feeling I get at the moment. Just apprehensive, hoping that they all get there in one piece. And I guess to some degree you've done your job then, but the pressure comes on where they still have to perform. But I think that's what our team's good for, is getting as many horses as we can to the races, and I'm sure that's what owners appreciate.
Good on you, Chris. Good luck on Saturday, mate.
You too.
Thank you.